Yeah.
Every time it's show day, I just think like the whole day.
Vibe.
It starts like the dress rehearsals, the run throughs, and also I just don't know why, but I like the stress of it. Like it's building up, and it always, every time, even if people mess up, it doesn't matter because everyone's there to build each other up. And at the end of the day, once you've done the show, and it's just like a feeling when you're standing on stage and everyone's clapping for you.
Yeah,
like,
it's honestly just
feeling.
like when you're on the stage, it feels so powerful. Like they're all watching you, and it's just so amazing. I really
like they're all
enjoy
here
it.
just to watch you.
Yeah.
Females are the ultimate status symbol. Females are more emotionally driven, more emotionally impulsive than any good man should be. I think the women belong to the men.
It was lovely every single day seeing young people on their holidays come in so early, enthusiastic, smiling, so much energy, and they're here because they want to create and they want to tell stories and they want to be involved with this community of creating.
Well, I enjoyed how there was like a club for people who were a part of the Pride community. So that's like the LGBTQIA. I liked how in that club they could feel wanted and welcome. Made me feel happy.
I just like that in all like theatre challenges that we all get to like create the stuff ourselves and like we get to be creative.
I like how we like create our own characters and we can like bring ourselves into the characters.
Everything. The adrenaline of being there with everyone and being part of something I love so much, and just being able to express myself through drama, really.
I think sorry, you go first.
No, you.
I enjoyed like everyone was working together, and even though we wasn't together the whole day, at the end of the day when it all brought it together, we actually created a really good show in like 5 days.
Yeah, I do agree. I feel like everyone always works so hard together.
I think I already was mates with a lot of them, but then getting to know them a lot better as, you know, we sort of explore like a topic that's not normally talked about a lot and very openly.
Yeah, you have a point there. It's just when you're in a room with people for like a whole week, you're gonna have to get along with them or just suffer. But like the group of people were really good though, so.
I love how it was like all original, like the whole script, all the songs, and the dancers are really good for the songs as well.
I quite like the school scene, the very first school scene that we were in, because it not only mentioned musicals, which I love, but it also represented how schools really can be, like with the homophobic stuff. Like it's really, I got it once when I was younger, like in year 7. I got it so bad that I couldn't be in school. So like it was like a bit more, yeah, let's do that because it's actually happening in actual schools. And it's difficult sometimes.
Guys, that's the girl my man was linking.
You're Amy.
Who else would I be?
Why are you going out with Jason?
What, my babes? Yeah, my babes. Of course.
No, he's not yours. I don't even know who you are.
Russian
so,
thief.
Oh! I got a lot of confidence because like a few years ago, like my first theatre challenge, I didn't want to be the main character, I didn't want to dance at the front, but I feel like now I would do any of those things. I think it really helps everyone grow their confidence.
Yeah, 100%.
I Livewire in general.
Yeah, it just makes us happy. Like it gives us something to do as well, because instead of going out and just sitting in the streets like most teenagers do, it's just enjoyable to do.
Because I feel like a lot of people think teenagers sit out in the streets, they're smoking and they're vaping, but obviously when you're at Livewire, you actually have something to do.
So for me, like especially when I started Livewire, I had no confidence, didn't really believe in myself, and I've just come such a long way, and it is all just being at Livewire. Like I don't know where I'd be without it. Like theatre challenges in the summer are like something I always look forward to every single year. So like 100% come along. Like it's nice because you feel included, you're part of a community, there's no pressure, it's just such a positive environment.
Like every time we came up with a new idea, we were like, yeah, we should add that. Those were really nice moments, but I think one like moment was as soon as we had like done the full, like on the final day we'd done the full thing, like without like breaks in the middle, and the sense of like we've done this was like made me so happy, like because I knew like wow, like this is what we've made.
No one understands me.
Aaron, I promise we do understand you, and we can help you, all of us, we can all help you. Even though we might not know fully how you feel, we can help fix whatever's broken. If you just please get down.
So my character we called him Billiam the Fifth, and he was this dad. He had two sons, Jimmy and Jeffrey. Jeffrey was everything you wanted in a son. He was quite vocal about that. And then you've got Jeffrey, who was questioning if he was gay or not, but he wasn't very manly, in my opinion, well, my character's opinion, and he went on about it quite a lot, and shows what some kids have to go through, and just toxic masculinity in general, because like if it's a dad, then you're going to be in the older generation, so you're not really going to be affected by the Andrew Tate toxic masculinity, but just how you grew up, I guess, and then but projecting it onto your kids is pretty dangerous. Yeah, very good.
Like my character was like, you know, had a podcast who would listen to different opinions about different big topics. So that was anything from Andrew Tate to more Andrew Tate character to you know, the LGBTQ community and self-expression. And I think that's, you know, that was quite important to the story because, you know, it helped move along different and help us view different people, different characters' opinions, and you know, how that might influence through media.
And I think there needs to be a little bit more communication before you assume someone's pronouns.
Okay, and so this is a very, very long acronym now. It's been growing. I just wanted to ask you what all these stand for. So it's LGBTQIA+. Yeah. So the L, lesbian, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. And G is gay still, yeah. B, bisexual. T is transgender, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. And what does the Q stand for?
So it's questioning.
Okay, so that's for anyone considering that they may be in this community?
Yeah.
Of course. And what about the I?
So the I is intersex.
And what's that?
So it's basically when you're born genetically with both hormones, so it goes under the trans umbrella.
So it's more biological than
I think
realistic.
When creating a piece of theatre or going to watch a piece of theatre nowadays, it's always going to be aimed specifically at one problem. But the thing that Man Up did, which was different, is it put all of these problems together and kind of connected them like a puzzle. So I could kind of take away 10, 15 different messages from this one performance. So I think when the audience watched it, I think it is very pick and choose at what bits of the message stand out to them the most, whether it's the bits about discrimination towards the LGBTQ plus community, or whether it's things about toxic masculinity and how people are raising their childs and social media nowadays. So I think there were so many different messages that people could take away from.
I think my character was important to see, like, character development, because mine was like a homophobic mum, but like at the start she doesn't really understand why people are gay, why people do what they do, but by the end I think she's like understands what people are going through. So I think it's quite good for the character development to show that people can change.
Girls be girls and boys be boys. Why can't it be like the old days?
Andrew Tate side, I think there was specific character J2 Chappie who was like, you know, he was sort of being affected by what Andrew Tate was saying, and especially, you know, his behaviour towards his girlfriend and what he was, you know, and how he viewed masculinity and manhood, and it was like a big knock-on effect, and like that kind of thing actually happens, and it's good to like show that kind of thing.
I think you finished. I think my favourite part was when I got slapped because it was really dramatic, and it was a great performance by JC Chaffee and Neve, and it just made the whole audience like stop and gasp, and it took him a minute to take in what had just happened.
Probably when Willow stands up to Corbin, and there's also the school scene when Corbin slaps Willow. I think that's just my favourite part because of how deep it is in all reality.
Everything for you just broke my heart.
That's a bit formal, don't you think?
One of my favourite moments in the play was when it was Neve doing the whole monologue to JT Trappy about why he was wrong and she's a strong, independent woman.
Don't need you. You treat me like an object. I love my family. I love my friends. I love my sister. I hate you. You're an insecure, giant child. Now get out of my house.
It was like, I think I felt myself that I could really talk to, like, you know, people in charge like Sam in case I was feeling anything that was like I wasn't comfortable with, and like we had a bit of a pronoun check-in to kind of like, you know, get that down.
I wasn't there for that.
And were you not?
I was going to do Grenobro.
Oh no. But and sort of like, you know, to make sure we were all comfortable and sort of like, you know, and the process of putting it all together in the first place.
I saw a song called Make Up, which was about Bobby Andrews, it was Andrew Tate's made up song for the play, which was great. It was a great performance by them. But he realised that he wasn't who he wanted to be. He liked to make up, he liked dressing like the way he shouldn't, according to his dad, and he liked all fashion and stuff.
I think the whole makeup number with the dance, the song, and sort of the message, for me that was one like the someone who's kind of like a Livewire veteran, I suppose. Somebody like that was one of the best creations from Livewire I'd ever seen. Like it really stood out. Everything about it was just so on point, and it fitted together so perfectly. And you wouldn't have thought that would have been done in a week. That's something that I think some people wouldn't be able to bring together in a month or a couple of months. You know, there's really special moments seeing that.
Makeup dance.
Yeah, sorry, I think that was my favourite.
I feel like it was very full of emotion. I don't think I've actually danced to a song that I've loved so much. Like I feel like the words just actually like went into my body, and it made me want to try really hard to do the dance correctly and stuff. And like I just put a lot of effort into it, and yeah, I just felt really proud after I did it.
Yeah, and I feel like because the words are very important, like if you sit and listen, and because it was a lyrical dance, the dance was acting out what the words were saying. But I think I liked all the dances because they really like it made the audience feel a lot of emotions because of the different types of dance, and they really went with the acting and the music that was going on.
Through what our generation is going through. Like they never felt the pressure of being this or that. They always, I think they had it like sometimes carefree moments and stuff like that but I think it's good because they can then be educated through us not by another adult, by their kids, showing them what we believe is to be done in modern day life now.
In this day and age, realistically, people should feel like they can be like in any way like they want to be. Like there shouldn't be like stereotypes and like the ways that people should be just because of like parental figures or society's beliefs.
Brilliant.
I think it's really important to talk about these things because it's a really big problem now because we've got people on the internet just saying like horrible things.
Because I think it just raises a lot of awareness, because even my dad said he was sitting in the crowd and he realised a lot of things that he didn't know before. And I think even dancing, you can hear people like getting shocked by everything they're learning, and not even just people in the audience, but I think you as well, we just learnt new things that we didn't know before.
Right, it really does like open your eyes a bit to like especially the LGBTQ community. Like it shows insight to how they like get treated, and it just makes you think, oh, that's really horrible, I wouldn't like to be treated like that.
And I also think people that do go to Livewire and those at the theatre challenge, if they feel like they'll feel more comfortable now to talk about it to you or to anyone, even the older girls or the younger girls, or the older boys or younger boys, because they feel like they actually have somewhere they can feel safe because you've raised awareness about it, and there's a new topic every half term.
What's the most important thing a theatre challenge teaches people? I think is to know that you're not on your own, and to know that you are a part of something bigger than yourself, and that you are important no matter what part you play. I think it's important that everybody feels valued, whatever skills you've got, whatever experience you've got, and I think that's the important thing. That's what Livewire does. It gives everyone a sense of belonging and being a part of something that's successful and meaningful. All those issues.
Gender dysphoria.
Euphoria, I think it is, I don't know.
Go on, gender what?
Dysphoria. It's like where you find it hard to discover what gender you are and what you identify as.
So why do you think that was those are important things to do a play about for people your age?
It spreads awareness about it, and it makes people wanted. They can be open about themselves.
And why is that important?
So they don't feel stressed to tell it to anyone. They can just be like, hey, I'm this.